I would like to welcome all of you to John the Mouse University. I am your professor, John the Mouse. Now at this high-class university, we will be learning lots. And as students of this university, I expect you to engage in the comment section and to use your thumbs up button.
I want to thank you all. Another person, I don't know if it's a group of people, they run a crypto financial service. One of their own clients has now sent them a screenshot, and I am waiting for more. There's nothing but a pump and dump. So the video here received on March 4th. As you can see, had my clients send a screenshot that I thought you would like for your proof that of the Jsnip4 pump with trade calls. Let me know you received this. So this is a screenshot, as you saw from the image that he sent me, image 1555 PNG. This is it. Crypto J trade calls. Yeah, the law. Crypto J. This is Trader Boss's tweet, by the way, or whatever you want to call it. Telegram, I think it's called. Long story short, he says here, the longer I am into crypto, the more time I spend on analysis. And I'm going to start talking with you guys about that, as it makes a huge difference. Oh yeah, wait till you see. Huge difference. This is so laughable. But you know what? He understands. Trader Boss realizes that the people that are listening to him, they know nothing about trading. In fact, for example, he says, let me use, for example, I just took $85,000 worth of Ethereum and put it into the Tether coin based on what I think I now about Ether. He says, based on what I think I know, is what he wanted to say about Ether. What does he know about Ether? I don't know. He doesn't tell them. It's what he knows, what he thinks he knows. Anyways, long story short, he says, that's 8.5 million I can't make this year on Ether. This year. Ugh. Delayed gratification says I can make 1 billion on Tether, though, if we see $2,000. It's not done, as you saw. That was the first email he sent me, okay? I had my client send you a screenshot. This is the second one here. It doesn't stop. You are welcome to share that screenshot in your videos. That at least is physical proof on your side. To my understanding, that was the first time it became a trade call pick yesterday. His Trade Boss calls are a joke from all of the ones I have seen. So I imagine that this financial company has seen other Trade Bosses calls. He says people would have lost money in almost all of them. And that's what I've been saying all along. I'm like, why doesn't he pull up the charts? Why isn't Trader Boss out here? Because they have lost thousands of dollars. And I don't even know what all the picks are. I don't know what all the picks are. I'm about to receive them, though. I'll share them with you. I'll go through them. Because we do know the picks that have publicly been shown, they've all been losing positions. Do you remember, guys? Do you remember him pumping the Litecoin at $325, telling us was going to how much? $1,000. Yeah. Litecoin is supposed to be $1,000, I think, by the end of February. And here we are, March. Nowhere near even the $325.
Charlie Lee was in Australia. But he makes a very good case for over $1,000 Litecoin within like 60 days. And it could be a little less, could be a bit more, actually. And when you see what he draws out for you, it just clicks. It makes perfect sense. But I think the numbers could be higher only for one reason.
Now you saw Litecoin go up to 400. One of them saw that. Then it was down to 300, 320, 280. Oh my God, 270. Oh no. Sell. He sold out at 250. Litecoin's back over $300 and it will continue to rise. And now he doesn't have any. And now he's sitting there watching, wondering, maybe I should wait for a pullback.
I didn't just do one video about that. I knew this thing was going to be popping. I'll be honest though, be fair and balanced JSNIP. There wasn't a chance in hell I was expecting $300 Litecoin before we're even out of 2017.
no wonder it's moving so fast all of a sudden. They're front-running these positions and making outrageous claims and price predictions. This is the pump. When you get these types of tweets from them, or whatever you want to call it, telegram, call it whatever you want, that's what's happening. This is a pump. They are pumping it, telling people that they're going to make $1 billion. Common sense says they probably have dumped it because they know they are behind the pump. Tether did not go up because suddenly everyone on YouTube is talking about Tether. No, Tether went up because Trader Boss and Snippy are speaking about Tether. That's what's going on. In fact, Realist News, you may recall, he made the video on March 1st. Published on March 1st. A look at Tether. Not a bunch of other YouTubers. It's Snippy LaRue. Snippy and Trader Boss are the pumpers in the Tether coin, and that's why I believe they are front-running. Front-running means you are buying those positions before anybody else. Let's see here if I can get the... She's down 14%. She's probably dropped lower than when they first mentioned it. So, going back in time, let's go back to this. March 1st. Snippy mentioned it on March 1st. Look at that. Spikes up a little bit, and then the video gets out. Yeah, now they're all on it, right? Yeah. That's right. Now, the email that I was sent from Crypto J, let's go take a look at this one, right? I don't have the date on this one. All I have was the time, 9:22 a.m. And the other thing I have was where is that? The tweet itself. This one right here. Oh no. The email is what I was looking for. So that came on March 5th. So he's telling me that was from the previous day. On March 4th is when it was sent out. So on March 4th, Trader Boss put the call out for Tether coin. The few people that are in it, the calls, I guess they got in it. It doesn't matter. This thing has gone down. They pumped it. Like I said, Tether coin is not being promoted by a bunch of YouTubers. This is just Snippy and the boys and use this psychic bullshit Michelle girl to let them think that this is going to go to the moon. And then, making these bullshit calls that he's going to make $1 billion on Tether, right? Since we already know that Trader Boss and Snippy both got into coin before it came out, and you just use your common sense. Snippy published this on March 1st. He's talking about a look at Tether. Ask yourself, did Snippy wait till after he made this video on March 1st to go out to buy the Tether coin? Or that possibly him and Trader Boss and Cliff High and the gang would have bought Tether before Snippy made the video? Of course it's before. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out, right? Good. That's pretty evident. He's not going to talk about the coin unless he got into it first. That's why I mentioned front running. They are front running these stocks. They're front running these positions, these cryptos. They're getting into them way before you guys know about them, okay? I got a secret coin. I got a special coin coming out. Yeah, well, guess what? When he was talking about the coin, the special coin or the secret coin or the mystery coin, he can call it whatever he wants. Whatever coin that he tells you guys in his videos that he's about to start speaking about but has not spoken about it yet, you can guarantee that Snippy and the gang are front-running those tokens or coins. In every single situation, if I had access to the wallets like a detective, I could go through the entire list and prove to you that every one of these guys are front-running these positions because it is in their best interest, especially knowing the pull that Snippy has on YouTube, how he's able to pull in what he called them suckers. I'm not sure if anyone saw my Bit Petite video on Snippy, but he referred to them as suckers. He knows damn well that when he makes the videos, the suckers are going to fall for it. He's totally aware of that.
It makes me feel loved immensely, first of all. But it's a little scary, to be honest with you, suckers. You sons of guns. That you're willing to do some crazy crap.
Here we go. March 1st. There's the big call. Oh, my psychic, my psychic, my psychic. Nothing. It's a pump and dump. So think about it. Who do you think was front loading it all here? You got it. Snippy and friends. In fact, the big rise, you see the one big lift there? Oh, that maybe it was Trader Boss and Snippy all together on the same day came in there and bought a shitload. All I know is that they absolutely pumped it and telling people, you know, I'm buying, I cashed out of 85K of Ethereum and I'm going to take an 8.5 million loss because I'm getting into Tether because I'm going to make a $1 billion profit on Tether. That's just pumping. Snippy showed up in the comments section, if anyone remembers, and he went on to start saying how I had a crush on him. Do you guys remember that? I don't know if anybody was listening, if anyone's listening to this right now remembers what went on in the comment section. But I said to him, I said, you got to stop with this gay Does anybody remember that? Update, Snippy here is trying to take down my back down channels. You know, he managed to take down my main channel, and now he's coming after my backup channel, manually detected, submit a counter notification. Of course I did. I'm awaiting a review, and this is a follow-up to the Theta Token Pump and Dump revealed part 1. Well, this is part 2. So you may recall, Snippy had made these 2 videos. The first one came out with an interview with America's top psychic, Michelle Whitedove, and the next one came out a couple of days later, in-depth look at Theta Token Team Vision technology. And if you don't know who Whitedove is, yeah, she's talks to angels and ghost stalker. Yeah, really, talking to angels and talking to ghosts, and now she's doing the cryptos. That's right. So, Snippy here, you may recall, like I said, the first one came out on February 28th with America's top psychic, Michelle, who's now doing the cryptos. Yeah, she's so psychic that now she's doing cryptos. Well, why wasn't she doing cryptos all along? She should be a multi-millionaire, billionaire with all that Bitcoin, all the other cryptos that have been moving all these years. Why is she just coming out now to Snippy's channel? What's that all about? Anyways, many of you have figured out. So March the 1st is when he came back out the second time. So remember those 2 dates, February 28th, March the 1st, pump, pump, pump. We'll take a look at the Theta Token chart in a second, but first let's go to Snippy's calls. So as you're probably aware, there's quite a few pissed off traders. And you go look at his comments. Trader Boss is not even showing up in any of the videos. Joe himself, Snippy, tried to renew his trade calls. Go take a look at the comments. There's so many negative comments. People have lost thousands of dollars, and if several have offered the trade calls if I want to look at them and analyze them. Yes, and I'm willing to use them in court against Snippy, against his front running. So guys, on as you can see, the number of subscribers here, this is important because these people are sitting there with money and they're paying for these calls, are ready to go, right? So Snippy, when he's going to come out here and speak to them on his Telegram, it's Crypto J's Telegram, but Snippy's out here, as you can see. He says, I'm going to tell you that this psychic Michelle Whitedove told me tonight in an interview, and I'm uploading it to YouTube. He says, please take it with a grain of salt, please. Then why would he even bother uploading it on YouTube then? Think about it. Why would he even bother taking it if it's please? Anyways, she says, Tether, going into the thousands, but it won't happen real quick, but sooner than you might think. Oh, man, oh, man. Anyways, we'll go on here. He goes on to say that the platform comes online in early 2019. And this is Trader Boss himself again, because this is a different date. I go up here to Monday, March 5th. This is important. Pay attention to this when I get back to the charts. Monday, March 5th, Trader Boss comes out here and he starts filling them up with bullshit, telling him, he says, the longer I'm in crypto, the more time I spend on time analysis. And I'm going to start talking with you guys about that, as it makes a huge difference. For example, let me use me for an example. He says, I just took $85,000 of Ethereum and put it in a Theta coin based on what I think what I know. That's one of the things people have said. The guy can't spell. So what I know takes a K about Ethereum. He says, that's 8.5 million I can't make this year on Ethereum. Delayed gratification says I can make $1 billion on Theta if we see 2,000. That's on March the 5th. On March the 5th, he's now telling you, I just took out 85K.
let's go back to the charts. This is where it just, you can tell that these guys are front running this. Here we go in the very beginning here. This thing was already coming down. Take a look at the dates, February 24th, 25th, and then all of a sudden, oh, look at that, picks up 26, and boom, another one, 27th, then 28. Remember, that's when Snippy releases the video. Oh, look at that, it picks up momentum. March 1st, he puts out another video, picks out more momentum. Oh, a lot of people are seeing the video. Remember, Michelle Whitedove, 40,000 people end up seeing that over the course of the week, and then he released the second one, back to back almost. So brought in a lot of people. Then she hits an all-time high here on March the 3rd. On March the 5th, this thing was already starting to go down. You can see there's a ascending wedge pattern here. She'd almost double top and she was starting to drop. On March the 5th is when Trader Boss said he'd put that 85,000. Kerplunk. And now where is it now? Lower than where anyone else got in. So he's front running it. He's using all these subscribers, as I said in the beginning here, is over, and this is back on February 27th. How many poor other suckers have jumped into that? And if you have, I got an offer. As I said, I'll give you $100 off. So front running here, what takes place is that these guys, they get into the stock before you guys get in them. And the fact that he has all these people that he gives a shout out, it draws them in, draws in the money, and he's aware of it. He's absolutely aware of it. So I called him out this summer on Steam It. I'm not sure if you saw this, but Joe, this is what he's, because that's what I was born to do. Yeah. So on that Steam It, you go take a look at his post here. We'll get into that right now. And someone had come out and said, "Warm it up, Joe. I'm about to." He says, "Because that's what I was born to do. Pump it." That's what he means. And you can see here, I've been flagged. That's why I don't trust Steam It. You call out the frauds and you get flagged. He says, I'm saying, well, at least you're not lying that except for the born to do that part, you're paid to pump stocks, silver, and lately it's been cryptos. And although you're too afraid to debate me live on YouTube, I'm here to let you know that your goose is almost cooked. Many on YouTube have lost thousands listening to your financial advice. And the web-bought silver pumping videos and have now turned on you and are in the process of making complaints against complaints to the Securities and Exchange Commission and the CFTC. I see you recently changed the description section of your YouTube channel claiming you don't give out financial advice. Too late to try and cover your tracks now. And for the record, Joe, remember you asked me in 2012 to start that video website similar to YouTube, and I refused. Well, damn it, it feels good now seeing you're nothing but a greedy, money scamming criminal, which ironically was exactly how I felt about you back then and why I said no to the offer. So yeah, born to do it. He knows he's absolutely born to do it. So I imagine Snippy is not only having to deal with the comments over on his comment section, but he's also seeing what some of his subscribers are now saying on my videos. The latest one here is Mark Olson says, how about a discount on your services for those of us, whatever that fell for the Trader Boss bullshit. The only trade call I bothered with lost half my money within 2 hours. Thanks, Snippy. Great call. I'm dumb. No, you're not dumb. You got suckered in. You're a front runner. Remember that. You guys can actually file complaints at the Securities and Exchange Commission. It's not just the one person. Right? This is a new person that just showed up today, and he's willing to provide some evidence. In fact, he's even dug up some information, connected the dots on this, and realized, you know, this is what's going on. On February 22nd, he bought these 496K Theta, however you want to say, tokens. They were bought around 9 cents. He says they're an absolute match to his Ethereum address. Trader Boss dumped a grand total of around 200,000 K of Theta tokens, Theta, however you want to say it, in smaller amounts, not to disturb the market. You got that right. That's what it's all about, not to disturb the market, right? That's why I made a point in the last video. There was an ascending triangle. That thing had double top. The Trader Boss was watching it, and he was putting the call out on March the 5th. Just wait here. We'll get into this. This is very important. Those of you that think I'm nuts, what's the other comment? You got a man crush? No, take that gay stuff out of my comments, please. This is not a man crush. This is fraud that's being committed on YouTube, and I'll share with you at the end of the video another person who I called out years ago. 2 years ago, I made a video on this guy, 2.5 years ago. Long story short, at the end, you can see here, he says, he did keep a few coins. He also made a killing. And by the way, that's his first figures where he's saying that he made around 10K. I'll share with you the next email he just sent me. He says, no one else, part of the trade calls, would be able to make only Jsnip and Trader Boss, and I added in red along with Michelle Whitedove. Remember, she participated in this pump. What a coincidence that Trader Boss would front load the Theta Token and then turn around and have it pumped by Michelle Whitedove. I hope you guys understand what's going on here. Snippy is screwing all of his traders. All of them. The guy asked me, is this a crime? Absolutely. Like I said, this is a big crime. I'll share with you guys this information. I've made videos on this before on my Connecting Dots too, but I want to share with you the next email the guy sent me because he got a little more in depth at this point. He pulled out the real numbers, and he's asking you and he's asking me, check my numbers, see if I'm right. You can see he linked up the purchase of the tokens with his Ethereum address. Trader Boss went in there and bought those around 9 cents. Snippy comes out and pumps the tokens. They rise all the way up to 21 cents, 24 cents. And they underline in red, he says, guess who's selling 150K to 200K on our Theta, however you want to say it, tokens. It was him, Trader Boss. He didn't sell them all at once. He sold a few thousand tokens per instance, not to disturb the price of the token all that much with anyone's sale, a single sale. Of course, if you dump that many, it would have caused a big capitulation. But I think he did it anyways, because I shared with you guys the chart, what took place after he made the call on March 5th on his Telegram, telling all the traders that he'd bought $85,000 worth of tokens. Theta, however you want to say it. We all know which one it is. And that's what he's saying. So do the math. It works out like this. They purchased together around 750,000 of these Theta tokens, around 9 cents. They pump the value off, sell roughly 175,000 at 21 piece. That makes them about $21,000 right there. Quick in and out. Thank you very much. Thank you, Michelle Whitedove. And we don't know Michelle Whitedove's address. I'm like I said, I got to make another video on this, and this is the type of information you want to send along with your complaint, so the Securities and Exchange Commission can track down these people. In the complaint that you send, you need to send Trader Boss's Ethereum address. You need to send Snippy's Ethereum address. We'll do some snipping around, some digging around. We'll find Michelle Whitedove's Ethereum address, and there's also what's that McGrath girl who's working with Trader Boss. She's part of the fraud also. These guys are working together to scam people. So yeah, now he has the rest of these tokens that are cost around 9 cents. Good thing, because we'll take a look at the charts. We'll see where she is right now. Meanwhile, the very best that most of the trade call and most of Snippy's followers could do in a position of purchasing the tokens at a price of around 15 to 21 cents. Remember, this is after Snippy made the call. That's the earliest you guys could have got in. They're frauding. They're scamming people. Absolutely scamming people. So, 22nd is when he started buying them. And I drew the line there because that was kind of like the bottom. Even at this point, he's still up. Or 10 cents today. Did he still have them? I pointed out on March the 5th, right there, is when he put the Telegram call out telling everyone that he bought $85,000 he cashed out $85,000 of Ethereum, and he bought $85,000 of Theta. This is a pump and dump. So, I made a video about this. This is on my backup channel here, and I've told people before, when you subscribe, make sure you click the bell if you want to stay updated or notified of my new uploads. And I may end up having to come here and change this, my connecting dots too. And I said this is my backup channel. I may have to change it to Silver Goldman because Snippy's he's putting it to me, guys. You have to understand, I'm calling him out. There's people joining up, providing the evidence. He knows there's already a bunch of complaints, filed at this Securities and Exchange Commission and it's the FTC. And now with the Theta, you can see how they're in troubled water. So they may continue on. I believe they'll try to take my channel down. So I may end up here. You may want to subscribe to this channel. On that channel, if you go check it out in the search bar, you enter the name Nate Michaud. You'll notice I covered a story here a little over 2 years ago. And Nate Michaud, he's still up and running. That's why, even though these people get caught with fraud, Snippy must have done his research. Also, what? I'll just pay the damn fine and I keep on rocking and rolling.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Hello, I'm Michael Douglas. In the movie Wall Street, I played Gordon Gekko, a greedy corporate executive who cheated to profit while innocent investors lost their savings. The movie was fiction, but the problem is real. Our economy is increasingly dependent on the success and integrity of the financial markets. If a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. For more information on how you can help identify securities fraud or to report insider trading, contact your local FBI office or submit a tip online at www.fbi.gov. Thank you.
All information provided in John the Mouse University is provided for information purposes only. John the Mouse University does not necessarily agree with every expert that comes on to give speeches at this fine university. We put a reasonable effort to present accurate information at John the Mouse University, but makes no guarantee of any kind. As you leave this university for the day, you will come across the tip jar. By no means does this mean you have to fill it up. If you like the information that you have received here today, I would encourage you to share this with everyone you know. I will be here for your next class.